Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Referral Exchange Networking's Business Success Fertilizer application. It isn't always easy to compete with companies that are bigger than you and have greater resources. However, one advantage you can have is you can be smarter than they are. No one can tell you how much you can learn and how much of an expert and an asset you can be. That's why education is critical for small businesses. And that's why we at Referral Exchange strive to make you just a little bit smarter every week. So let's get right to it. First of all, I have a confession. I like NASCAR. I know. On the traditional oval tracks, all they do is go around in a circle and they only make left-hand turns. But I still watch. Big engines, Detroit steel, speed, danger, massive fiery wrecks, rivalries. What's not to like? NASCAR even has a unique American history, with its roots going back to bootleg whiskey and illegal moonshine, rowdy men outracing government tax collectors on the back roads of Appalachia. In fact, it was Henry Ford, a famous teetotaler, who enabled the early bootleggers to escape the revenuers or the highway patrol when Ford introduced the V8 engine in 1932. Although NASCAR has a lot of rules, the basic stratagem remains the same: to get from point A to point B, or actually from point A to point B, or point A to point A, again and again and again, as fast as possible. Now for car racing, winning at all costs is a sound, if somewhat reckless, approach. Of course, I'm not encouraging anyone to go into the moonshine business or even aspire to drive for NASCAR. However, some of our businesses have been built to mimic the NASCAR model, and this isn't a great strategy for the long term. Some business models are built on the NASCAR ideal of success: as fast as possible, no waiting around, pedal to the metal. However, this business model leaves absolutely no room for error. Coming into a 36-degree bank turn at 200 miles an hour forces your car to stay in one specific lane. No turns, no adjustments, no course changes, and you're 100% committed to that one narrow space. Again, this is okay for NASCAR, but lousy for business. If we're focused on getting there first, then we eliminate any possibility of reacting to a change in the race course. We're going to crash and quite possibly bring our employees, our customers, and our vendors with us. Businesses can only survive if they're able to adjust to changes, identify off-ramps, and make repairs when necessary. And by repairs, I don't mean NASCAR-type pit stops where there's a flurry of frantic activity to do whatever it takes to get the car back on the track. If your business needs to adjust to changing conditions, you need to take the time to get it right. Simply filling the tank and slapping on a new set of good years won't cut it. Planning and execution are the key. Several years ago, I took a trip to the Mid-Ohio sports car course, and I got to do a hot lap riding along. It was terrifying, but fascinating at the same time. The driver knew the course and knew what it took to take each turn as efficiently as possible. Rather than slow down and take the turn slowly, he drove fast, deep into the turn, and at the last second let up on the throttle, hit the brakes hard, forcing all the car's weight to the front tires, increasing their grip to the point that they could hold traction, and then he hit the gas hard as he came out of the turn. It was great. Scary, but great. That's what we need to do. We need to drive our businesses hard, but always have a plan in place to maximize our strengths, minimize our weaknesses, make pit stops and repairs as needed, all without amplifying our risks unnecessarily. NASCAR drivers don't go it alone. Just as the driver is supported and sustained by a team of professionals, we need to do the same. Each driver has what they call a spotter, someone who watches the track in front of the driver and warns him or her as to what's ahead. If we look around us, we'll see that we all have spotters, professionals, to help guide us through the race. Especially in times of stress and fierce competition, we need to be able to ease back on the throttle, assess the road ahead, and use our team of fellow professionals to stay on track. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of it. If you'd like to talk about anything you just heard, or you'd like to know about how you can grow your business by joining Referral Exchange Networking, or even how to start your own chapter, reach out to me at raustin@referralexchangenetworking.com. That's exchange with an X. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of this video. Thanks, and I will see you next week.